Hey everybody. We're doing something a little bit different today. I should be watching the combine is what I should be watching, but since I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, yes, Dallas Cowboy fan. The most important parts of the combine are pretty much done for me. I've seen all the defensive I didn't see them all, but I know the 40s. I know everything that's going on there. And today I actually wanted to go over and provide some reaction to the video that SkillGames put out for Crimson Desert. Now, I will say this. I did watch the first 40 minutes of it, and then I stopped and I said, no, you know what? And I got to the point where I wanted to go back, and then I just wanted to kind of watch certain parts and kind of comment and share my thoughts as someone who's really truly looking forward to this game to come out, or at least I was. Okay, at least I was until I saw this. So let's go ahead and see if we can. Might want to turn the volume up just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and just kick off, and I'll try to stay quiet, but I don't know that I can. Let's see what happens here. And thank you, Skill Games, for putting this out for us to see.
Are those the kids over there?
Now, this is the main character.
Will suffer his deathly wrath. The spirit will punish us all.
So, first off, I think this is our main character in the game, and I don't believe he is going. I think it's going to be kind of along the same lines as, like, say, Witcher and things like that, where you have the main character and you're not going to be able to modify him. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that says that we'll be able to modify the look, change it up, or anything like that. So it is kind of disappointing, but it isn't. But everything I've seen up until this point, at least this will be the main character, and then you'll have a group that will be, following along with you, that you'll have, I'm not gonna say control over as far as you can control each one individually. I haven't seen anything that show that you can switch between them yet, but at least it's a party based RPG. And then I really want to stress that as we start looking at this. So let's go ahead and get going.
Halt! What? This don't concern you, outsider. Where are the kids? He's here to take the spirit's children.
Now, combat is cool, is looking kind of pretty chill. I don't know if this is a cutscene or actual combat yet. I believe this is probably still just cut scene, and we don't know where it switches over, really. I think now it just switched. Yeah, now we're actual combat. And this is cool. This is really cool. If you can, yeah, see, I mean, the combat style and what they're allowing you to do is pretty chill. I mean, I'm okay with this. Nice. Now, I'm also thinking,
you got any idea what you're doing? The spirit will punish us all. Why on? The spirit of the mountain! Over there! They've all gone and doomed ourselves!
okay, so right here. Okay. Now, in order for a lot of the things that we were able to do, or that he was able to do in this fight here, I'm thinking this is further along. Okay. So I don't think this is brand new. You're not a noob at this point. So I'm thinking this is he's a little higher level. So my first question is, well, where's the rest of my group? Right? Because you would assume we would have started making contact with the rest of our group at this point. And then so what's happening that we're off on our own? especially at what I would believe would be the level that you would have needed to acquire to be able to do some of the moves that we were just seeing. Because I'm not sure that you would be able to do all those things right off the bat. And then, case in point, let's go ahead and keep going.
Shit.
Now, my one initial problem that I'm having right off the bat, too, is this is giving me very Sekiro, Dark Souls, Elden Ring vibes. That's not what I was looking for in this game. So, for me, I'm a tad bit disappointed right off the bat that that is the vibes that we're getting right here. And then the other thing too is because I'm getting the Elden Ring and Dark Souls vibe here, those are single player, single man mission games, right? There's no party based gaming in those. I don't play either one. I don't really care for them. They're not my cup of tea. I don't really like the combat style. It actually becomes tedious and annoying because it just becomes, for me, it's repetitive. Is the And then you can say that about all the other stuff too. You can say the same thing, but it really is. You fight this overly sized enemy, and you basically have to dodge and move out of the way and just what I mean. It just becomes it just isn't my cup of tea, right? And it's like if the game is just based around that, what fun is the game, right? Where's the RPG element? Where's the role playing element, right? And I thought that was going to be a major part. I'm not getting it from this very opening here. The other thing too is we're gonna see kind of the same kind of tropes here. Look at the health bar for the white horn. Now it's green. It was blue, now it's green. And then my first instinct is, okay, so what's next? Red. Okay, so we got to beat it down. So we got to beat the thing 3 times. And again, this is all coming across to me as very, it just looks like Elden Ring to me with just a different coat of paint. And it it's making me now. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, I've already pre-ordered it, so I'm going to have the game no matter what. But it's bringing about kind of a like, yeah. And in my question is, so what level am I at this point, right? And so what level is the carrot? See, red. So what level is am I at right here? And let's stop. Okay, let me go back real quick here. Let's take that back. Did we lose him? All right, there we go. Can you go back, please? All right, here. Let's start it. Let's see. Let's see if I can catch it. And then what I wanted to see was that screen. See if we can. It's real quick. All right, stop right here. So what I'm trying to find is, you can see here's our health, 600 out of 1,000. Attack, defense, reputation, nothing is there. Attack speed, movement speed, critical hit chance. Um, and then maybe again, this could be early on. This really could be early on. Cliff is our name. I don't see. I really don't see anything showing us our level. So we see we have spirit, we have stamina, attack, and defense. Okay, nothing there. All right, go ahead. So I don't know. I think we just ate stuff that would bring our health back, right? That was some sort of special attack. Couldn't tell exactly where. Um, so, and you can see, oh, got that wheeler thing. Now, again, I'm not opposed to the wheel if that's the way the game was presented and we learned how to do it. I just don't like when it's added to a game that doesn't normally have it or might not actually even need it, right? But we can see that there is some sort of wheel there. I'm gonna assume that diamond there is our stamina, or it could be some sort of our attack force, and it has to build up. And then once it builds up to a certain point, so it's either our stamina or our attack force, and it allows us to do special moves at that point. So again, we get just us against this creature, the white hornet we have to take out. And again, maybe this is our journey to meeting up with the rest of our party.
See why the bandits were scared to death.
So it could be just early on in the game, right? So quest complete, and then you have this. And so again, this is very Elden Ring.
Monster Math presents.
It's very Elden Ring, Sekiro, all those kind of games that I necessarily do not care for. And that's the vibes I'm getting from it. And again, it doesn't play into what I was expecting or what I've seen up to this point for the game. And again, so we're in another area. We are alone still. So maybe the first hour, 2 hours of the game is just us by ourselves before we actually meet up with anybody. And then if that's the case, then sadly that's the case. So, but then again, or is this another situation where higher level, but this is a quest that we had to do just ourselves without our party.
You would take such a pitiful life as mine? Well, you certainly.
So again, another insanely
My
OP
if
enemy that you have to fight on your own.
game desperately seeking his bastard
Technically, there's really no tactics. It's just, okay, well, now we have to duck, dodge, and just button mash until we can win. Now, you can say, yeah, there's tactics. You got to know when to dodge. You got to know when to do whatever. But again, for me, it's like, now, no, don't get me wrong. It by no means does, and then what you see what I play Skyrim, I play Fallout, I play Starfield. By no means does any of those have true, or great combat games, right? For me, the best combat games that I've played actually would be, some of the Assassin's Creed. I really like the combat in Assassin's Creed, right? I like games where there is parry, there's block, dodge, okay, but I'm not in with these, OP bosses that just have these insane powers and things like that. It just gets tedious and annoying after a while. To me, that's what it does, right? And then so it's like, well, how many of these, is, I guess what I'm looking for is where's the OP element to it. One game that really took the battles and the fighting game, Ghost of Tsushima, right? That game was awesome, especially the fighting. I thought the fighting was awesome, right? And I can get down with that. this here actually is not doing any. It doesn't do anything for me in particular. All right, so now we figure out that we got to destroy the scarecrows, right? That's kind of cool. Okay, but again, this fight would annoy the crap out of me. Just saying. That's just where I'm at now. If I'm looking at the what's the name thing, it says day 4. So supposedly we're only 4 days in to, I guess, this, right? And it's kind of making me wonder, well, what is this? What exactly are we doing here? I don't know. It just, so again, this is my reaction to it, right? And so at this point so far, when I was watching earlier, I was less enthusiastic about the game and was starting to wonder, well, where, I mean, strongly wondering, where's my party? Where's my group? When am I going to meet up with them? Because for me, and again, the RPG element of the game is my interaction with my party, with the followers, with my group, right? You know, that is what I was looking most for, right? Interaction with other folks. These little battles out here, to me, has nothing to do with RPG. Has nothing to do with role playing. So what? Why again? I don't know. Are these even avoidable? Right? Do you have to necessarily go out and do this? I don't know the main storyline, so I don't know if this is actually part of the main storyline. Like, is it that you have to beat these 30 bosses, you know, as part of the storyline, you know, to get to the end game? Right? I don't know. Again, or are they just one-off quests that you just, you know, you stumble into? The problem is the exit from the last one with the white horn
Care to guess?
made it seem more, like I said, made it seem more like it was Elden Ring, where you go from boss to boss to boss to boss, and that's it. And again, for me, where's the RPG element? Where's the role playing element? Where it's just, you know what I mean? It's just a fighting game at that point.
Well, now that my secret has come to light, this dance shall resume some other day. Running again?
Okay. So this fight's done.
Allow this poor man a brief respite, and look to your own health as well, until we meet again.
So now, what's going on now? Right? Right here. So this area, see, so quest complete. Dance with the devil. I don't see any experience rewarded. I don't see, you know what I mean? And then for me, loot is a huge thing, right? Loot is a huge thing. I want to see the experience. I want to level up. I want to progress. I want to do things like that. And, you know, again, I'm just not seeing that, right? We haven't seen that. And then right now it's like, oh, so wait a minute. Now, how, so is that how we're traversing? Traversal works here is you're just porting in and out of different places to fight different bosses. So at this point right here, it's And I think it was at this moment. So I'm 14 minutes in to it. And this is where I started to go, what game is this? Literally, I was wondering, it started to go, wait a minute, is this Elden Ring 3? Or is this supposed to be Crimson Desert? Right? And then so we'll go ahead and proceed. So what is this? Why do we have to travel this way? Right? And now we end
This
up
place is full of corpses.
we're still alone. It's day 11. We're alone. Where's our group? Where's our people? So for me, if I'm playing this game, I could see myself doing a lot of dying, to be honest with you.
Mine, Greymane. I shall embrace you with a love deeper than what I ever gave to him.
You just needed a child to fulfill your own desires.
And there we go again. Okay, so this is day 9, right? So this would have been 2 days before the fight, before the last one we saw. And then, so here's the very first time that we're getting to see just him going into an area and possibly interacting with other folk that isn't trying to kill him. But I think the very first thing I got to say is, this is day 9. Where's our group? Where's that group that you kept touting to us that we were gonna, command a force of fighters and such, explorers or adventurers, and whatever. They say the famed alchemist has his own room in Harnan Castle. I should seek it out. And so did we lose that too? I mean, yes. And then unfortunately, it's not the best.
Oh, wait. Seems like a permit. No clue where he got it.
He don't look like the troublemaking type.
Right, he can pass then.
Open the gate.
Head on through and plunge yourself inside.
Go on now.
My God. If that's true, then we are in for a whole lot of trouble.
Where was our ability to interact there, move things along, or convince them that they need to let us in the gate? I'm here on official business. And the other thing too is, how about being able to interact with all the other folks around here, learn something, talk to somebody? Are there quest givers along the way? Is there, someone, you know what I mean?
No one's here. I should look around.
What was that?
What's this?
No. Really? If you take me to a boss fight, I'll be pissed. Is this like his sanctuary? Not his, but the alchemist.
On the invitation.
Library of Providence. So we just switched out our gear. Why are we switching out our gear? Is this really going to be a boss fight? I can't believe it either.
Alistair, we have a guest.
You? Were you the one who asked me to do good?
This is not the first time we've met. My name is Alistair. I oversee the Library of Providence. This place holds the records of the world's providence. Each record signifies a world.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, the Library of Providence is the center of all worlds.
What is the reason you've brought me here?
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence.
Beings.
The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness. We seek to correct this. So please, fulfill the mission GN desire.
You know Jen?
There will be time to discuss that later. What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the disrupted providence. So please, honor GM's will.
I asked if you know Jen. That's a large request.
Really? I still don't know what the request is.
Wait, there's someone ahead.
And of course there's someone ahead. Is it GN?
Shall we walk together?
Who are you?
I am White Crow. A guardian of the Abyss, if you will.
Abyss?
You can call it the Cradle of Providence. It serves as a bridge between Providence and the world.
Is there a reason you waited for me?
Alistair wishes to repay the kindness shown to him. Have you ever imagined flying?
Oh, goodness.
I hope you are not easily frightened.
Are you telling me to
Yellow.
jump from here?
Don't worry. It's only one step.
Well, that step better not lead to the afterlife.
Yellow. Knowledge acquired. Crow wings. Alright, so that's 9 days in. Appearance of both extremes. Okay. I don't know that we have to spend this much time falling. It's just, we get it. Quick time event. And, yeah. Not sure I like the look of it. I mean, it is what it is, right? Can we talk to the woodcutter? Did you just not see me land? I mean, is somebody gonna say something? Or does people just fall out of the sky just like that all the time? I I mean, if it's a thing, it's a thing. But I'm kind of getting the impression it wasn't. And it was something pretty spectacular. Nobody really acknowledged.
Seems as if he can't afford proper banquet attire. Seems more sword
Find the
swinging
person in
fools
need
than
of
running
help.
about by the day.
So I'll ask you guys. All right. So this character is 9 days in to their journey. Are you not wondering where's their followers? Where's the rest of the group? Where's the rest of the gang? Are you wondering whether they've had any interaction with him yet? Right? Has the right now this here makes it seem like it is completely gone in a total different direction than where all the previous stuff that we've seen has led us, right? One of the things that I was looking forward to was trying to woo that female character that we saw as part of our gang, right? You could see in some of the dynamic there that she was going to be a romanceable character. Where is that? Is that no longer there? Why do we keep bumping into people? Is that necessary? He aims for those people too. This person is aiming. They're aiming for that person. Is this
Marius? Cliff. Thought I'd never see you again.
hopefully he cleans up
Alive. But your leg.
and heals.
I'm just glad I'm still breathing.
If this is going to be one of our group.
And what of the others? We've scattered in all directions. Everyone. Unka, Naira, Jan. Yes.
Okay, so
But
I
I'm
think these
sure
are the
they're
people
well
from the
alive
group.
out there. Those fools fell for it. See how heavy this purse is? Marius, what's wrong? It's best not to draw attention. The black bears are on our tail. Right, and Russo's here too. Carried me on his back all the way here. He's still searching for the artifacts.
Okay, all right.
Once a grey mane, always a grey mane. Where are you staying, Marius? In this corner of the street. Got some nice neighbors to keep me company. I'm sorry. I'll look for a decent place. Don't push yourself too hard, Cliff. I mean it. I've gotten used to my life here. Marius, I need to find my comrades a home.
Okay.
Have you heard? They say Greymane's here in Hanan.
Okay, so right there. All right. That was the most promising. So unfortunately, roughly about an hour into the 2 hours, that was the most promising piece that we've seen to this point, right? Marius. So obviously he was part of one of the other group, and the group probably their names are Greymanes, and um they mentioned others, right? And so as far as we can tell, one of them are here. And then so right off the bat, one of the things that I'm very curious about is okay, so now do we team up with the other guy? We try to find this guy a home so he can convalesce. And do we set out together now to find the other members of the group, right? And get us all back together, right? And then if that is the case, what was going on in day 11? So do we meet up with this other guy here, Nari or whatever, that carried him into town, and we set him out to go investigate while we still trudge out alone on our own path just fighting bosses, you know? And where's the role play? Where's the RPG elements that we were expecting? You know, where's the ability to talk to the other, talk to the NPCs here and get more story and lore and figure out what's going on around the town and, what side quest and things like that. And then, so then it becomes like a question. Another question is, well, then how linear is this story going to be? Right? Is this truly open world, or is it the story is still kind of linear where you find one and you got to go look for the other? Oh, we got word that this person's over here, and then you got to trudge out over there, and then you got word that this person's over here, and you got to, and as you meet and then pull these people together, are they with you? Are you taking them where you go? And at what point do all these, and then I'm air quoting, boss battles start to become less so you Sekiro Elden Ring style and more a group party thing, right? Taking on these bigger, stronger, badder bosses. Um so yeah, I'm
You catch sight of one.
Pardon me. I'm looking for my comrades. Greymanes. Seen any?
Captain, I think a Greymane's gone and found us.
How much was Muirden's bounty again?
2 gold pieces? Is your life worth so little?
Forgive my men. They may have given the wrong impression. You may call me Matthias. Oh, I've always wanted to test my skills against a Greymane. What say you? You're here, standing before me. What reason have you to refuse my challenge?
None that I can think of.
Ah, so it's true. Greymanes never run from a fight. I've heard the lengths you'll go for the sake of your mission. You seek radiant fragments that fall from the sky. Is that right?
What's it to you?
Oh, mere curiosity. Now, to us! No further destruction, I assure you. Do your worst, Greymane!
Up, there we go. We're, yeah, we're maybe not. I mean, honestly, don't have any doubt that this person's not going to win, but okay, so it's a cool fight and everything like that, but I'm going to say that if the game is just you trudging around, going from boss fight to boss fight, and every fight is a boss fight, then does that not get tedious and old, right? And of course, the only people that we were able to talk to in town are the ones that were going to lead to the next subsequent boss fight. Okay, so now the fight's over. Are we able to talk to anybody else? Are we able to get more information?
Incredible. You really are the esteemed Greymane. It appears the clucking of house hens held a kernel of truth. I'm Barden Midler, the man responsible for keeping peace in Hanand. Come, walk with me, would you?
Do you know me?
The glory of the Greymanes is known throughout Hanand. Pardon my presumptuousness, but I have come with an urgent request.
Go ahead.
Not long ago, a boulder fell from the sky and crushed a farmhouse. We're calling it a sky boulder, considering its origins. Shortly after, brigands appeared, utilizing a peculiar form of trickery. They employ a red smoke that bewitches the senses.
Mm-hmm.
So I beseech you, will you capture them and reveal their identities?
I have my own mission, seeking out my Greymane comrades. I'll do what I can to help, but make no promises.
That's more than enough. Until we meet again.
The house is about to collapse!
Great Solomon, save us!
Vile scum! To do such a despicable thing!
There are still souls trapped within.
How many?
Oh, run, flee, all hope is lost!
Three people. Will you help us?
Without aid, then
maybe.
we'll die.
How can anyone get to them?
Please help.
The fire is spreading! No! We must save them!
No, you fool! We still must save who we can.
I can save them with my sword.
Was that rock worth all?
I can fight the fire.
We should have just given it away.
Fight the fire that
Not the time
be.
for such musings. We must save our people first.
Fight the fire.
Got to quell the flames first.
Okay. No one else thought to throw water?
Got to get them out quickly.
Didn't it look like the fire kind of spread? Were we throwing water or oil?
There was only one survivor.
This way.
Gods, to survive such hellfire.
Oh, come now. Keep your wits about you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, you saved his life. Oh, Solomon, save us all.
Now,
How
the
can
friar,
we pay such kindness?
they should have been like kind of scholars,
First,
right?
Water. Bring water.
Water.
I've never seen anything like this.
Water.
Was that rock worth
Water.
a man's life? The healer must be... Oh, Lord of Light, the healer. Ah, dear Savior, I'm ashamed to ask, but...
What is it?
Please rescue our healer.
well, he acted as bait to lure the bandits away, but he won't last long. As payment, I'll give you
Another
this
boss fight.
cursed thing. It's the source of all our misfortune. But it must be of
I'll just tuck
some
it in my
worth.
butthole. That's where I'm putting it.
All right. I'll find him.
And we got two of them. I'm going to run out of room here soon. Doesn't seem like we're moving with very much purpose to get there to save this. Ooh, that's a long trek, too. Oh, here we go. Nice little light jog. I don't want... Oh, there we are. Okay.
Get going. Yeah. Go.
Even our horse has stamina.
Hiya. Hiya. Let's go. Oh. No. Faster. Yeah.
Okay, those were enemies, right? The red dots.
It's a grey mane. Get going.
Oh gosh, darn.
Yeah. Run. Hiya. Oh. Faster.
Yeah, we don't have time for the little fights. We want the big main boss fight.
Go. Get going. That must be the foolish healer.
Is he foolish or brave? Or both? Oh, look at that. Okay, a little stealth. A little stealth. Okay. I guess they hit us up with the big major boss fights to lure us in for those people that are into that kind of Dark Soulsy, Elden Ring type stuff. And now they're trying to show us some more of the other elements that some of us really probably a little bit more in favor of. Did we take the... Oh, yeah, the healer's still there.
You're the healer?
By Solomon's light, I knew they would never forsake me. Oh, how blessed I am for such friendship.
Do you know who torched your house?
You're damn right I do. Those scrotum-sucking blasphemers. Oh, Light's mercy, my apologies. The Lord's fury just flows through me. But Goldleaf thugs came to steal my stone. Oh, how did they... Oh, he warned this would happen.
Slow down. Who warned you?
A man in merchant's clothes. He warned me thieves would come for the stone.
Correctly, because he sent them.
And that you'd come to save me.
Well, I don't know about all that.
He said you'd want to see him.
Is this man a prophet?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't
A
even
prophet
see
or a
his
con?
face. He
Or
just
both?
said that you may now see his value.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, to guide you to the eastern swamp. Does that mean anything to you?
It means going to the western swamp would be the
Sounds
wrong
like
way.
a merchant, I know.
Well, I'm glad I'm guiding the right person.
Yes, I noticed that too. Pick the lavender.
Tell
Now
me
you have
more about
knowledge.
the stone.
So now we can pick flowers.
You mean that accursed rock?
I spend an insane amount of time
One day,
in
a boy
Skyrim.
named William came to me,
I think in Fallout too.
pleading for
Picking
me
the
to help
flowers.
an injured farmer by the name of Bremer.
I'm trying to think. Do you pick flowers in
As I
Fallout?
stepped into what remained of the poor man's house, I was quickly enamored by a glowing stone at his side.
I know in Skyrim I do. I've picked an
Before I
insane
realized what I was
amount.
doing, I had the stone nestled deep in my arms. Alas, the branch master of the gold leaves was after that very same stone.
Of my 6,000 hours in
Solomon must be punishing me
Skyrim,
for my greed.
probably about 1,000 might be just picking herbs. Okay, a couple hundred maybe.
Well, you're on your own from here.
Oh,
is all
really?
the instruction I received.
All right, you should clear out. There's gonna be a boss
Take
fight.
care of yourself.
You too.
I heard there's gold on the Greymane's head. Then let's go hunt ourselves a Greymane.
That's not very smart or very inviting.
You!
The Greymane!
Not here to fight.
Who the fuck asked?
We were setting off to find you anyway. The branch masters put a generous bounty on your head. 1 whole gold piece.
Seems a bit low.
Low, you cheeky cunt. Get him! Kill him!
Okay. So, all right. So this is non-boss fight kind of fighting. Seeing if I in. Okay. So duck, roll, get hit. Is there a parry or block? Nice. Oh, did he just get back up? All right, so one of the things I'm curious about here is, okay, so maybe we'll get answered is death and loot. So one of the things that I kind of I've always been curious about and always talked about as far as kind of a way of managing the economy, right? Complaints about becoming way too wealthy, right? Is one way to manage it is incapacitation as opposed to killing.
Please.
Right?
These men have no sense of hospitality.
Incapacitate your
I
enemy,
beg forgiveness. on their
right? Instead
behalf.
of killing them and then looting them for all they
Their
have.
aggression stems from a world in turmoil.
I'd say it's the other way around.
An insightful sentiment. I wish that it were otherwise. Perhaps it can be. Do you remember when we last met?
You had something to ask of me.
Indeed. You saw no value in the proposition then.
We never got that far.
But you can see it, can't you? The gold leaf name being tarnished beyond all recognition. All to satisfy our branch master's own selfish desires.
You take issue with him?
Splithorn is a blight upon our guild. We suffer as Hernan suffers. I merely wish us to turn over a new leaf. A return to our former glory. I want you to challenge our branch master to a Rakash.
Rakash?
It's a goblin term for a duel. I'm sure you've had your share. I know Splithorn well, and his insufferable arrogance. if you confront him publicly, his pride simply won't allow him to refuse.
It's time to return.
Okay. So I moved on because Cliff and the Greymanes.
You will play as Cliff, a formidable warrior of the Greymanes, a faction hailing from the region of Pywel. Renowned for their commitment to peace, the Greymanes have long fought for their homeland's unity and protected the innocent. To Cliff, his fellow Greymanes are family in all but name, and he has fought with them side by side, determined to preserve unity in their lands.
Rest well.
But we first join Cliff in the days after that peace is shattered.
Gian has fallen. And with the great leader's death, our land, Paloon, once unified, has been plunged into chaos.
Okay, so this is...
now, a bloody battle unfolds between the Greymanes, who fight to uphold his will, and the Black Bear forces that seek to set it aflame.
Okay.
Your journey begins with reuniting the surviving Greymanes to rebuild the faction and reclaim your homeland. But as you venture farther, the clearer it will become that the fate of more than just the Greymanes is in your hands. Forces of greed and malice wreak havoc across the continent, while a far greater threat emerges. The gazes of dark forces are fixed on the Abyss, a mysterious realm that holds power beyond imagination. And in doing so, drives the balance of this unknown world and the continent below ever deeper into chaos.
See, even right here.
Fragments of the Abyss are falling to the lands below and lie scattered across Pywel. Defeating those that seek to use these remnants and restoring the Abyss's broken balance will be an important part of your journey.
The Abyss holds what the world itself will contain. Which is why they plot to open the gate.
What's behind it?
Pure power, raw and untamed.
The moment it is claimed by a single hand, ruin is sure to follow.
If we fail to do so, countless lives will be lost. We can't do this alone. Naira, gather all of the Greymanes.
Consider it done.
Pickpockets! They're all fucking dead!
See, there's a statement he just made. I can't do this alone, right? But then he tells him to go gather up all the Greymanes. But it looks like you are journeying by yourself. You are doing it alone. And
the story of Crimson
they're just
Desert centers on Cliff.
This way.
kind of...
How's the situation?
But as his tale unfolds, 2 new playable characters will come to join your journey.
Really?
As these characters become available, you will be able to freely explore Pywel and undertake many quests outside the main story with them.
So it's still not Groot.
Own combat style, as well as unique skills and weapons, allowing you to experience the world and its battles in different ways. Pywel is made up of 5 regions, each holding stories to be told and discoveries waiting to be found.
Yeah, it's just
The main questline follows Cliff's journey through the central story, but questing in Pywel goes far beyond following a single path. The continent is full of other tales, interesting encounters, and hidden challenges that all shape your adventure, and you're free to take them on in any order you choose. Many of Pywel's quests revolve around the factions, houses, and organizations of Pywel. Some of these quests are grand, with large-scale objectives like reclaiming fortresses and taking on formidable foes.
Do you know how to drive a wagon? Would you take the reins and get me to the trading post?
While others are quieter, requiring you to help residents with everyday tasks.
I'd like to see.
From the outset, some factions will be friendly and may give you missions.
The Bleed Bandits are raising an army of their own. And worse still, they've stolen the family spear manual. My son Graham went to reclaim it, but he's gone silent. With the rest of my men serving the Duke, I find myself in need of your aid.
Others, however, are hostile forces who are residing in or occupying the area. Roothold, originally under the jurisdiction of House Celeste, is currently blockaded, under siege by the invading forces of Gwen Kraber.
So our outfits
The
can
area
change.
will be liberated once Gwen Kraber and Kraber's soldiers are defeated.
I still like to see our character sheet and see exactly if there is level advancement.
Roothold is now back under the control of its rightful faction, House Celeste.
Okay, see right there? Hold on. Let's go back and look at that.
The area will be liberated once Gwen Kraber and Kraber's soldiers are defeated.
Mm-hmm. So kill that guy right here. Pick him out. Boom.
Roothold is now
All right. So faction quest chain. All right. Defeat. Mm-hmm.
back under the control.
Right here. All right. So contribution experience plus 100. Level up. Level 1.00. What does that mean? Or is that level 100? I don't know. And then this is day 34.
Control of its rightful
Contribution level plus 1. Mm-hmm. And then the question is Hernandian contribution, is what's leveling, not actually us, but whatever this is leveling up. So we're still not actual any particular level or anything. We're just cruising through, just
faction, House Celeste. Enemy forces have withdrawn, and the region will now be safe to travel. In other liberated locations, the homes of rightful residents may be restored. Rewards for faction quests will be helpful in your character progression. From meeting new merchants to receiving equipment for your journey and gaining access to resources like lumber, stone, and other materials you'll need to rebuild the Greymane's home.
So is there base building is what you're trying to say with the Greymane home?
In Pywel, exploration is more than travel. It's discovery. Whether it's finding undiscovered points of interest, hidden treasures,
Day 45.
Or simply a vantage point to take in the view. There is much that will draw your curiosity to wander. With sights, secrets, and surprises along the way catching your attention, and no strict path, you can pretty much go anywhere that captures your interest. A trusty steed provides reliable travel, but Cliff himself can climb and even glide across distances.
I don't know, man. It seemed, I guess it could be cool, but
Further into your journey, you'll
what?
also gain access to a missile-firing mech and a dragon that will allow you to soar high above the world and its inhabitants as part of everyday life in Pywel.
Will we though?
Hostile factions and enemies each present their own threats, from well-trained soldiers and sorcerers to ferocious beasts and machines that will test your combat skill and adaptability. And for those seeking a different kind of challenge, Pywel holds many mysteries. From ancient mechanisms hidden in forgotten ruins to enigmatic puzzles, each rewarding keen observation and problem solving. Now, let's go over just some of the things you can discover out in the world. The Abyss is a mysterious realm brimming with secrets and untold power. Its influence stretches far beyond its own borders, spilling into the lands of Pywel. Fragments have fallen to the world below and lie scattered across the continent. And discovering these remnants will be an important part of your journey. You'll come across artifacts, powerful items necessary to unlock and upgrade your skills. Artifacts can be earned through quests and combat, while others lie in more hidden corners of the world, waiting for those willing to stray from the beaten path. Traces of the Abyss you discover will open up fast travel locations, making it easier to revisit and explore the areas of Pywel you've discovered.
How about a skill tree? I see skills as
In
a
time,
tab there.
Your search will inevitably take you to the Abyss itself. Venturing into its mysterious realms will put your wits to the test as you uncover its secrets and restore the Abyss's broken balance. Across Pywel lie valuable equipment and items, some tucked away in hidden corners, others guarded fiercely within enemy camps, forts, and strongholds. Many of the items you uncover may offer powerful and helpful advantages in combat and exploration. Even the smaller items you collect along the way can prove unexpectedly useful, benefiting those who search every path and face every challenge. The world of Pywel is rich with knowledge waiting to be uncovered, from
Is it
knowledge
really?
about its inhabitants and wildlife to skills, items, and more. This information can be acquired in many ways, by interacting with characters and objects, exploring new areas, and even observing from afar. The knowledge
Okay,
you gather
that was cool.
may provide clues to completing quests, open paths to acquiring new skills, or offer helpful guidance. That's all for today's look at the story and world of Crimson Desert.
Be nice to see a skill.
In the future, we'll be highlighting combat, progression, and life in Pywel.
Yes,
So stay
progression.
tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Crimson Desert Features overview video. Last time we took a closer look at Pywel, its characters, the stories within, and open world exploration. Today, we'll be shifting our attention to another important aspect of the game, combat and progression.
Alright, hold on.
Defeating powerful bosses. Through quests and by uncovering them in hidden locations. You will also be able to customize equipment with extra stats and special effects.
Okay, so Abyss gear, all weapons equipable. All right, and then I guess you can upgrade. All right, and then so attack speed 1, but then you got attack speed 2, ranging. Okay.
Mix and match these across your weapons and armor, and experiment to discover what
Oh, dang it.
combinations work best for you in the battlefield and out in the world. All of that preparation leads to your greatest tests. Across the continent of Pywel, fearsome bosses rule, waiting for your challenge. They come in many forms: human and beast, steel and sorcery, brute force and mystery. They'll test your limits in different ways. At the end of these hard-fought encounters, special rewards await. Some equipment earned from bosses can even grant access to their signature abilities, or grant unique effects and bonuses. So build on the strength you gain through each victory. Take down these threats of Pywel and prove yourself a true Greymane. That brings us to the end of this features overview video. We hope you look forward to Crimson Desert's combat and your progression journey as you explore and fight across Pywel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next and final features overview video. You can also go a step further and produce the resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself by working the camp's ranch and farm. A helpful option when resources are in short supply.
So this is home now, eh?
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the Greymane faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Payloon. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywel where missions can be found.
Okay. So you
Having
dispatch
your
them.
comrades complete currency and resources such as wood and ore and materials required for cooking and alchemy.
Okay.
Greymanes can also be dispatched to blockaded locations and help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywel.
Can they die while they're doing these things?
Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of Pywel's various regions. Here, shops and vendors offer everything from daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. A blacksmith can forge a new weapon to replace the one you've carried since Hernan, while a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you. Good health to you.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Shaping your daily life in Pywel also extends to customizing your character.
Oh, look at this. All right, so you can change the hair.
You can adjust hairstyles and tattoos, as well as your outfits using dyes.
Oh, look at that.
A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy, so experiment with the different color combinations available.
Mm-hmm. You never look better.
And that wraps up the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've explored Pywel and its stories and characters, the combat and progression, and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert.
I think they were just trying to tame that horse.
Has given you a better understanding of the game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Pywel.
All right. So, where do I stand at this moment? Curious. There are a lot of things that I find intriguing and interesting about the game. The biggest detractor, not distractor, but detractor from the game for me is the Elden Ring Dark Soulsy Sekiro type combat stuff. I get a feeling that, after a while it's just going to become tedious and annoying to me, just because of the types of games. I enjoyed, the Witcher combat style of combat. I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima combat styles. I enjoy those kind of games and that kind of combat. The what's the something of Mordor? Remember that one? The other one, those were fun and enjoyable, right? If you're gonna focus in on certain types of combat. Like I said, for me, Dark Souls is just not the game for me. Elden Ring was not the game for me. Neither was Sekiro. So those combat style of games and those types of games, just they, you know what I mean? And so far, we didn't get a lot of detail or a lot around the actual progression of the character, right? So some of the gear can be advanced and some of the gear can be improved and certain things added to it. But what about the character? Does the character actually even have a level, or is your health always just 100 all the way through and that never changes? And the only thing that will change is attack and defense based on what you're wearing, and what else? And you might get extra moves and stuff depending on what you're able to take from your enemies, or what you're gifted throughout the game, or maybe discover or find. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, and there's a lot of now newly added trepidation on my part going into what's going to happen or how this game is going to really play out. And just I don't know. And so right now for me it's I don't know. I was basically, they didn't do a very good job of selling me on the game or selling me on my already purchase of the game. And part of me is like, well, can I go in and cancel my pre-order? Really, I mean, I'm teetering on that point. So guys, here's the thing, right? So those of you that sat here and watched this with me and listened to me ramble on and, basically bash Elden Ring and Dark Souls and everything. If that's your jam, that's your jam, man. M- Peace out, right? More power to you. Is not my jam, right? And it's not what I thought this game was going to be. We, you know, all of us have a right to not like the same games, the same types of games, right? I don't like mod lists that add in Dark Souls and, type combat to Skyrim. That's not what Skyrim was about. That's not what Skyrim is supposed to be about. Um, and, it's like we were we were hoping, at least what I was hoping for was some more role playing aspect to this game, and I don't see it. I mean, you have the base building, you have certain things, the survival aspect to it, but do you truly have the role playing character building type aspect here in the game? And I don't see that, right? Skyrim, you could be an elven stealth archer or a elven, and you can even be an orc battle mage if you wanted to. Is that how this isn't? I don't see that here, right? I, you'll have different armors and you can make them look a certain way and everything, but you're still just a fighter. And I don't ever see, a stealth archer build for this particular character. You know what I mean? I don't think the game will allow for that. And you're not going to be a battle mage either, right? Maybe one of the other two characters that you're going to be able to control have that aspect about them, but that's not what I'm seeing here. And so, like I said, I don't see the role play RPG element going there right here. And again, like I don't see the character progression element there either. Where you can go down and be more stealthy, build up those skills or you could be more of a tank type player you know, or be more of a pacifist, you know, talk your way out of things. I don't see that happening here. And I'm not sure that they've ever really promoted that. But I thought there was more of a dynamic between you and I thought it was more of a party based system. And right now, it doesn't look like that at all. Right? Yeah, you'll have a camp and you can send these folks out on missions, but they're not going to accompany you, which kind of explains why every time we saw one of these boss fights, no matter what day it was, you were alone. So, um, yeah, again, so I'm getting the Sekiro, Elden Ring, Dark Souls vibe from it, and it's I'm disappointed. So let me know in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Has what we saw here, has this really piqued your interest and said, yeah, we got to go. We got to do this. And again, shouts out to SkillGames for giving this. Obviously, the first hour or so was strictly, just combat, from from one fight to another fight. And then that last bit or so, hour or so, 45 minutes was actual dev commentary as to what to expect in the game. And it was good that that piece was in there. I don't know. Maybe we could have twisted it around and kind of used the dev commentary to build up to some of the fighting stuff. Because again, like I said, the initial first hour is what really jarred. What I found pretty jarring and really kind of set a tone to really make me go, uh, and then, I mean, is that really the reaction that you should have when you're looking at a game and you're going, is that, is that the way? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah. So, yeah, hit me up in the comments and let me know, like, what you're thinking. Are you really totally stoked for this or anything like that? I don't know. Like I said, I am really, really on the not on the fence. I'm about to fall off the fence in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? I'm watching and I'm looking at this game and I'm going, it's got some it's got some good things that I like in games, but the other parts are just the parts that I really absolutely detest and don't like about certain games, you know? And don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't like games where you're the single character, you're the single person going around doing everything yourself, Uh, what's that? Horizon Zero Dawn. Love that game. One of my favorite games. You know what I mean? You're pretty much doing most of the combat and questing and everything all on your own. Occasionally you'll, have someone along with you or someone that you meet up with in order to take out a place or something like that, but pretty much you're doing everything on your own. And there are some serious fights in there and, in quotations, boss fights that you have to get through, but the combat and the fighting and everything to me it was just so much better, just so much more what I like as opposed to, what we're seeing here. And again, it's until I get my hands on and get to actually have the controller in my hand and do the fighting, I won't know. I won't know if I really enjoy the fighting or if I just find it annoying. But just in watching, I'm looking and I'm going, not that, not this. Like I said, I think if you're just focused on boss fight, the boss fight, for me, that just gets tedious after a while. It does, just because it doesn't feel like questing anymore. It doesn't feel like RPG. It doesn't feel like role play anymore. And those are the main things that I'm looking for in the game, right? Where's the investigation? Where's the, and again, maybe they couldn't show all that, but where's the interaction with the folks? It was good to see that one little where you could like watch a person and learn what they were doing, but then you saw the option to talk to someone. One of the things that was very concerning to me is as he was walking around, there was never an option to actually talk to anybody. So the only folks that you were talking to were the ones where you were either going to be given that you were about to fight or that was leading to an actual NPC that was going to give you a quest. And in a lot of these games, being able to talk to everyone and get little nuggets of information and things like that is golden. And then so not being able to talk to everyone is kind of, I know you talk to everyone, but everyone doesn't have anything to say. Has something, true too. But, still, you talk to somebody, right? And a lot of times that whole just being able to, is something. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate you sharing this time with me, listening to me ramble on and complain and whine and, react to this. And then yeah, we'll see. So basically it comes out March 19th and we'll see. All right, guys. We'll talk to you another time. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.